These are unchangeable isms, right? They're not going to change. However, there are other isms that you can make feminine. There are other isms that you can make feminine, and a basic general rule is that a sign that an ism is feminine is when you have the ending of ta marbuta. This is called the ta marbuta. Okay, sometimes it looks like that. If it connects to the letter after, it looks like that. This is called a ta marbuta. Okay, so to show you, let's use the example of Muslim. Muslimun. It means a Muslim, right? A Muslim. It's the masculine form. But what if I want to say a female Muslim? What if I want to say a female Muslim? We would add that ta marbuta. We would add that ta marbuta at the end. Muslimatun. Muslimatun. A Muslim female. The same thing can be said about adjectives, okay? Remember, we said that they have to match. So if there is something masculine, then the words that are attached to it also have to be masculine. So if we want to say, for example, we want to describe something masculine as being new, we would say jadidun. Jadidun. Okay, new. Masculine. Like if there's a new student, for example. Or even inanimate objects are going to be either masculine or feminine. Okay, a new book. All right, but if we want to make this feminine, all we do is we add that ta marbuta at the end. Okay, it's pretty simple, right? This is pretty simple, inshallah. So basically in this lesson, we're just learning that there is masculine and feminine in the Arabic language, and masculine words need to have the masculine equivalent attached to it. Okay, you can't use feminine language when you are describing something masculine. You can't be using masculine language when you're describing something feminine. It has to match. And one clear sign in certain cases is the ta marbuta. Okay? Usually when you see the ta marbuta, that's an indication that something is feminine. Okay? Muslim, a Muslim male. Muslima, a Muslim female. Jadid, new masculine. Jadida, new feminine. Right? And in the book, I give a bunch of examples. I give a bunch of examples that you would want to memorize. Okay? You'd be expected to memorize the list of vocabulary, and then you have exercises. Let's do an exercise real quick. Turn each sentence feminine by filling in the blanks with the feminine version. Huwa Muslimun. He is a Muslim. How would I say she is a Muslim? How would I take this sentence and make it feminine? Huwa Muslimun. He is a Muslim. So what do we see here? We see huwa means he, masculine. Hiya means she, feminine. So it would become hiya. Become hiya muslimatun. Okay? Huwa Muslimun. He is a Muslim. Hiya muslimatun. She is a Muslim. Simple, right? Yeah, so then in the next lesson, lesson 11 is masculine and feminine part 2, where I mentioned gender is not limited to people in the Arabic language. For example, the following words are considered feminine, and then we have a bunch of inanimate objects, okay? Like sayyaratun means a car. Sayyaratun means a car. However, it's feminine. We can tell it's feminine because of the ta marbuta. All of these end with a ta marbuta. Haqibatun, a bag. Darajatun, a bicycle. Mil'aqatun, a spoon. Sa'atun, a clock. All of these, they're inanimate objects, but they would be considered feminine, and you can see that they're feminine because they end with the ta marbuta. So therefore, you would have to use feminine versions of the words attached to these words. Sayyaratun means a car. We can tell it's feminine because of the ta marbuta. How would I say, this is a car? How would I say, this is a car? I would say, هذه. I would say, هذه سيارة. I wouldn't say hada sayyaratun because hada is masculine. I'd say hadihi sayyaratun because that means this is a car using the feminine form of this. We just have a bunch of examples of that for you to build your vocabulary, for you to understand this concept. But we also learn an important point, and this is how one should learn Arabic, because you should learn it a step at a time. You don't want to be overwhelmed with every single principle the first time you learn something, right? We learned that a general principle is that when you see that ta marbuta, it means that it's feminine. However, I also let you know in this lesson that some male names also end with a ta marbuta, okay? Like Hamza, Talha, Muawiyah, Usama. Okay, they end with a ta marbuta, but they're obviously not feminine because they're male names. That's just something that's important to note, but that's something that you learn over time.